The Guinness World Records have long proven that human potential knows no bounds. In this video, we're counting down the 15 craziest world records of all time. Stunts that will absolutely blow your mind. Let's get started. Starting off our list, meet Michel Lotito. Born in France, he became world famous for a diet that defies all logic. According to his records, over his lifetime he consumed 18 bicycles, 15 supermarket carts, 6 chandeliers, a bed, and countless pieces of metal and glass. Guinness World Records officially crowned him with the title for the strangest diet. But what truly turned Michel Lotito into a global phenomenon? He actually ate an entire Cessna 150 light aircraft. It took him 2 years to finish it, which is absolutely insane. To get it down, he had to break the plane into tiny bite-sized pieces, using mineral oil as lubricant and washing it all down with plenty of water. Despite such a shocking lifestyle, he lived to be 57, passing away in 2007 from natural causes unrelated to his diet. Coming in at number 2 is Sridhar Chilal from India, who held the record for the longest fingernails on a single hand, with a combined length of over 9 meters. He started growing his nails way back in 1952 and kept that record for a staggering 66 years. However, he finally decided to trim them after officially setting the record on July 11th, 2018 at the age of 82. You see, those massive nails were more than just a Guinness record. They were a constant burden. They made even the simplest daily tasks incredibly difficult. The immense weight actually caused his hand to deform, leading to chronic joint pain and even nerve damage that resulted in hearing loss in his left ear. Coming in at number 3, we have Ruan Liangming from China, the world record holder for the heaviest bee coat. He absolutely stunned the studio audience by allowing 637,000 bees to swarm onto his body, forming a living coat weighing a staggering 63.7 kilograms. That's about 140 pounds. To pull off this insane feat, he confined 60 queen bees in small cages hung around his body. The pheromones released by the queens acted like a beacon, drawing tens of thousands of worker bees to swarm and envelop him. However, as a beekeeper, Ruan had to remain completely motionless and calm. Bees are incredibly sensitive to sudden movements and any signs of fear. If the performer panics, the bees might feel threatened and lash out with their stings. Typically, the performer only protects sensitive areas like the nose, ears, and eyes, while leaving the rest of their skin exposed. It's an incredibly dangerous stunt that requires an absolute mastery of bee behavior. Coming in at number 4, we have a stunt that made the entire studio hold its breath. On March 3rd, 2023, Andrew Stanton pulled off an absolutely mind-bending performance. The audience was visibly anxious as he inserted 2 specialized hooks into his lower eyelids, connected by a heavy-duty chain to a 2,413 kilogram Cadillac. Using pure facial muscle control and incredible endurance, he managed to pull the car for the mandatory 10-meter distance required by Guinness. The result? He officially etched his name into the record books with a feat that had everyone rubbing their eyes in disbelief. Next up is the record for most spoons balanced on a face. Sounds fun, right? It just goes to show that if you can pull off something nobody else can, you've got a world record in the making. Dalibor Jablanovic from Serbia officially claimed this title on September 28, 2013 by balancing a staggering 31 spoons on his face. To make it count, those spoons had to stay put without any help from adhesives, magnets, or any other external support. Balancing objects like this requires intense practice and meticulous control over your facial muscles. So if you're feeling inspired to try and break a quirky record like this, start practicing, but be careful. On October 15th, 2016, Simon Barry, a daredevil from the UK, set a world record for the highest bungee dunk. Taking the plunge at Bray Lake in Berkshire, he leaped from a height of 73.41 meters. That's roughly the equivalent of a 24-story building. The challenge was incredibly precise. He had to successfully dunk a biscuit into a cup of tea waiting down below while mid-air. It wasn't just a leap of faith. It took 15 nerve-wracking attempts to perfectly calibrate the timing so the biscuit could make that satisfying splash into the tea. Andre Bork holds the world record for the longest full-body contact with ice, standing firm for an incredible 4 hours and 5 minutes. He took on this brutal challenge for his daughter, who is on the autism spectrum, wanting to show her that humans are capable of achieving anything they set their minds to. The rules of the challenge are punishing. The participant must stand in a container packed with ice, covering the entire body except for the head and neck, wearing nothing but swim trunks. To claim the title, he had to push past the previous record of 4 hours and 2 minutes set by Łukasz Spunnar. This feat was far from easy, but after 4 years of relentless training, gradually increasing his ice exposure from just 90 seconds to several minutes, his unwavering belief and mastery over his own mind finally paid off with a new world record. The world record for the most one-finger push-ups was set by Xie Guizhang, a Chinese martial arts master. On December 8, 2011 in Beijing, he pulled off a jaw-dropping 41 push-ups in just 30 seconds, completely shattering the previous record of 25. Performing a one-finger push-up is widely considered one of the most grueling feats of strength, demanding immense finger power and absolute body control. His raw power was so intense that even the stage itself couldn't hold up under the pressure. He might just be one of the strongest men to ever enter the Guinness World Records. If you're afraid of heights, this one will definitely make you scream.
Is there a way down? No!
On November 9th, 2024, German athletes Lukas Ermler and Friedi Kühne set a world record for the highest slackline walk ever, a heart-stopping 2,500 meters above the ground, connected between 2 hot air balloons. This is a far cry from your typical slackline performance. Unlike fixed anchors like trees or cliffs, these balloons never stay still. They constantly drift and shift in altitude, making it impossible for the line to maintain a steady tension. This creates unpredictable, erratic, up and down movements that are a nightmare for the walker. On top of that, at an altitude of over 1.5 miles, the drop in air pressure can cause disorientation, making it exponentially harder to stabilize the body on such a narrow line. Lukas Ermler revealed that he actually fell twice during his initial attempts. According to Guinness rules, every fall is a failure, forcing the athlete to start all over again. The physical toll of constantly falling and having to pull themselves back up using the mantle mount technique is absolutely exhausting, yet they conquered it all. Battling the thin air, the elements, and the constant swaying of the balloons to complete their historic walk. Freediver Carlos Coste made history on September 9th, 2016 by setting a Guinness World Record for the longest distance swam underwater on a single breath in open water. Off the coast of Kralendijk, Bonaire, in the Dutch Antilles, he covered a staggering 177 meters, that's over 580 feet, in just 3 minutes and 5 seconds. It's a feat of human endurance that pushes the very limits of what our lungs can handle. Smita Srivastava holds the record for the world's longest hair with an incredible length of 236.22 centimeters. That's 7 feet and 9 inches. She started growing her hair out when she was just 14 years old and officially secured the title on August 20th, 2023 in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, India. A new record was set by Belman Osman Begovic. He performed an extremely difficult feat of breaking the most concrete blocks with his head using forward flips in 1 minute. His latest achievement is 160 blocks, far surpassing his previous record of 126 blocks. Eric Barone might not be a Marvel superhero, but his record definitely makes you wonder if he has actual superpowers. The 54-year-old Frenchman, famously nicknamed the Red Baron, hit an incredible speed of 223 kilometers. Isaac Johnson, the man with the world's widest mouth, has reclaimed the title after it was previously broken by someone else. His mouth measures 10.175 centimeters, approximately 4 inches. That's insane! His mouth can open to the size of a baseball. He can fit many things inside, such as a fist, a large orange, an apple, or even 4 hamburgers stacked on top of each other. The legends at Dude Perfect have done it again, absolutely crushing it by setting or breaking a total of 11 Guinness World Records in one go. The highlight was an insane shot from the top of the Cotter Ranch Tower in Oklahoma City, a mind-boggling 533 feet, roughly 162 meters, down to a hoop on the ground. Think about your best basketball shot and guess the odds of hitting this one. Pretty much zero. Dropping a basketball from over 160 meters requires insane calculations for wind, ball trajectory, and absolute precision. They obliterated the previous record of 415 feet, 126.5 meters, in spectacular fashion. But they didn't stop there. Garrett Hilbert also nailed the record for the farthest blindfolded basketball hook shot at 55 feet, about 16.7 meters. Landing a hook shot is tough enough, but going blindfolded, that takes the difficulty to a whole new level, forcing the shooter to rely entirely on spatial awareness and muscle memory. After hundreds of practice tries, he drained it on the very first take. That's a wrap on our list. Thanks for hanging out with us. Which of these records do you think was the craziest of them all? Let us know in the comments below.